Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. And this video is going to be different. You heard me. It's going to be different. And this video is going to be my new setup and my new office for my content creator, where I post videos, where I do some editing and stuff. But this is like the behind the scenes video, but it's just a little tour. So, are you ready for a little new setup for my YouTube? Because if you're ready, if you are, let's do this. Oh boy, I am so excited to see the new setup, what I'm having. Because I'm going to reveal it in 3, 2, 1. This is it, everybody. This is my new studio setup. It looks very different, but things have changed. I'm gonna show you around. Okay, this is the same old chair where I sit, and I'm just gonna sit down. This is my new change. It looks very different though. Right, so let's start the little tour then, shall we? And after that, I'll explain how I made up this plan. This is a little tour of my new setup. So what we got here is the lamp, which is connected to the cable. Well, if you connect it, then this will work. But if it's disconnected, no, it will not. So has 3 lights, and it has a power button on top. So if I press it, it turns into orange. If I turn that one, it becomes white. It becomes a little darker, and it turns off. It has 3 lights, which is pretty cool. And what we got is some pencil and pen pots where I put the stuff, especially when I do some projects. And what we got is a personal laptop where I'm using. And what we got is a wireless mouse. It's connected on the Bluetooth, and it has switches. For example, if you're going to use it, then you have to turn this switch on. But if you're not using it, you have to turn it off. But I'm sure you got the USB cable there, or you can charge it. If it runs low battery, you have to charge it. So, what we got underneath, or under, is the coolers. The reason why I bought the coolers is if I'm like using for online lessons just in case, or studies, and that's the time I can use it. So at least it helps or does the job to prevent the laptop from overheating, which is pretty cool. And what we got is my headphones, where I can communicate for like gaming, commentaries, reactions for my YouTube. Same monitor what I'm using. There's no apps in it except for this one because it's duplicate. Because you can, if you see these apps on the laptop and the monitor, they're duplicate and divided. And the same webcam. See? Right, so I'm going to show you this cool detail. So if I open up Chrome, so let me just move that. So I'm just going to move a new tab to a monitor because I just set it on duplicate. So if I open up a new tab and move it to the right hand side, watch how it goes. Well, I'm going to move my mouse. Whoop. There you go. Now, these tabs are just very different though. So if I move this cursor to the left and it moves straight back to the laptop. So if I try opening up different tabs or stuff, so if I go on Google Mail, it's not gonna react or act the same like what I'm using because the tabs are just different though. So I'm just gonna close it. So for example, if I'm just gonna do some video editing and do some like research on the Chrome, let me just minimize the tab, close it, and if I open up CapCut, it's gonna open up, cancel, open up, and there you go. So these are my projects, like what I'm working on recently, because I have lots of projects to work on for my YouTube. So that is a pretty cool detail. And lastly is the same walls, some drawings, stuff, blah blah blah. Seriously. Right, so that is basically it for the little tour. And I'm just going to do a little talk on how I came up with this idea. Okay, let's stick to the main topic. Before we start, you can see the reflection of the mirror. If I wave myself, I say hello. Yeah, I can see myself. Anyway, I'm just gonna move this. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. Where was I? Ah, yes, my main discussion. So, how did I came up with a new idea of setting up a new studio? So, I think the other day, was it? Oh yeah, the other day, although this room is small, and so does the apartment I'm living, I just want to say it looks very small, but I just want to ask myself something. Why am I using a duplicate screen? Why I'm using a laptop? Why is that? So, the other day, I was asking my parents, or my dad, if he wants to help me set up a new studio, because I know I said the room is small or something. Well, he agreed. He agreed that he's gonna change my new room into a new setup. Because, as far as I can tell, the PC I am originally using stopped working. It crashed, and it's not running properly well. So, my dad isn't sure about if he's gonna repair the PC or not, or he's gonna sell it into parts. Because what I'm doing now is I'm using a personal laptop, like what I'm using, and duplicate screen via monitor and webcam, like what I'm recording. But how did I came up with this idea? So, yeah, what I asked about my dad, he explained to me about how he's gonna change and transform my room from my old setup to a new one. Because, as you can see, this setup is very different. So if we go to the old one, about me, it's pretty old though. But now I have to say goodbye to my old one. But the new one is very different. Right. I know it's very hard to explain, but how it got transformed. How? I know I have college days due to my college term, because I asked my dad if he wants to set up a new room. Well, he said yes, and he changed everything what he needed, because he did the hard work for what he'd done, which I'm very proud of, and I just want to say thank you to him. And it's a very tough job. Well, So he asked me if he wants to like do a little demonstration on how to use a personal laptop and a duplicate screen. Well, that's what I did, and I want to say I'm very happy about it. It's great as new, but same cabinet, same stuff. Don't mind, because the things in front of me is new. So I just got busy with college, so I just asked him if he wants to do it for me. Then he said yes. Well, you know, things takes time for planning and preparation, but you know, we just have to take our time on working things on. Otherwise, if we rush, then it's not gonna let it go through, or it's not gonna look good. Right, so for now, I'm going to be using a new setup in front of me with this webcam and the laptop where I'm just going to control it. So if I move this screen, because the screen is different though, so if I move it, I'm back. See my reflection? Pretty awesome. Anyway, so let's just get rid of my reflection. I don't need that. Thank you. Right. I think that is it, because I know it's very hard or to explain how it transformed. So yeah, anyway, that is basically it for my new little tour and my new explanation. So that is all for today's video. Be sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe. Be sure you share it with your friends or your family. And that is finished. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, stay healthy.